In 2025, the assumption that the smartest people are the richest doesn't hold up, and the latest data backs this up. A recent Swedish study tracking earnings and cognitive ability found that while higher intelligence is linked to higher income up to about 60,000 euros, roughly $64,000, that relationship weakens for those earning well above the average. At the very top, the highest earners don't consistently score higher on intelligence measures than those just below them. This counterintuitive pattern raises questions about what actually drives extreme financial success. If intelligence only gets you so far, what explains who breaks through the ceiling? The answer lies in how the connection between intelligence and income changes as you move up the earnings ladder. The $75,000 ceiling. What researchers call the $75,000 ceiling is less a hard line and more a turning point in how intelligence relates to income. In the Swedish study, cognitive ability explained nearly 40% of income variation among people earning up to about 60,000 euros, right around the median income for many developed countries. Below this point, smarter individuals reliably earn more. But once earnings cross that threshold, the relationship between intelligence and income flattens out. Past the median, higher cognitive scores don't predict higher pay. Ability accounts for less than 5% of the difference in who earns what. This effect holds across a range of industries and professions. Early in most careers, jobs reward analytical skills and problem solving, traits that standardized tests capture well. Promotions and raises are often based on performance metrics that favor those who learn quickly and handle complexity. But as incomes rise, especially into the top 10 to 20% of earners, the advantages of raw cognitive ability fade. The data shows that, while above-average intelligence is necessary to reach the middle and upper-middle income brackets, it's not enough to push someone into the very highest earning groups. Instead, other factors start to dominate. Risk tolerance, social networks, timing, and even luck become more important than test scores. Many of the top earners are business owners, sales leaders, or entrepreneurs. Roles where opportunity recognition, persistence, and the ability to build relationships matter more than technical expertise. The Swedish study found that individuals with only average cognitive scores sometimes out-earn their more intellectually gifted peers by large margins, especially once they move beyond conventional career paths. This doesn't mean intelligence stops mattering. It remains a baseline requirement for complex roles and leadership positions. But the data suggests that, past a certain income level, cognitive skills function more like a ticket to entry than a guarantee of further advancement. Those who continue to focus solely on technical mastery or accumulating credentials often plateau, while those who shift attention to strategy, influence, or scalable ventures break through the ceiling. The flattening curve also reflects how people sort themselves into professions. Many high IQ individuals are drawn to fields that prize expertise and offer stable, predictable rewards: academia, research, or public service. These careers place a premium on intellectual rigor, but they often come with salary caps and limited financial upside. Others, with similar or even lower cognitive scores, pursue paths where compensation is tied to scale, negotiation, or ownership, not just knowledge. This pattern helps explain a persistent paradox in the world of work. The most intellectually demanding jobs don't always pay the most. The brightest minds often end up in roles with prestige and influence, but not necessarily the highest incomes. Understanding this ceiling is key to seeing why so many talented individuals don't reach the very top of the income ladder, despite excelling by every traditional academic or professional measure. Prestige versus paycheck. Some of the most sought-after careers, those with high social status or intellectual recognition, do not offer the highest salaries. Fields prized for prestige, such as academia, scientific research, and public service, tend to compress salaries. Many specialists in these areas hit income ceilings far below what corporate executives or business owners can earn. For instance, a tenured professor might earn $100,000, while a mid-tier entrepreneur in the same city can often make $200,000 or more. This pattern is not limited to one country or sector. It's visible across healthcare, law, the arts, and even technology. The underlying reasons are straightforward. High-prestige roles have limited budgets and slow salary growth compared to the scalable revenues available to business owners. Academic and public sector institutions operate under tight funding and transparent pay scales, which restrict individual negotiation and cap upside potential. Even in the private sector, roles that are intellectually demanding but distant from direct revenue generation, like theoretical research or policy analysis, rarely see the same financial rewards as positions tied to profit and growth. This divide is reinforced early in career paths. High-achieving students are more likely to pursue pure disciplines such as mathematics, literature, or physics, drawn by the intellectual challenge and the respect these fields command. Yet these same paths often lead to jobs with modest pay and limited advancement. Meanwhile, those who choose applied or commercial fields, finance, sales, or entrepreneurship, encounter fewer barriers to high earnings, even if the work is less prestigious or intellectually rigorous. Social perception also plays a powerful role. Prestige acts as a kind of non-monetary currency, attracting talented individuals who value status, intellectual stimulation, or social impact over financial gain. Surveys consistently show that professions like university professor, judge, or public scientist are held in higher esteem than many better-paid corporate roles. This cultural cachet helps explain why individuals with the credentials to earn more elsewhere often remain in lower-paying, high-status jobs. Over a lifetime, the financial trade-off becomes stark. Someone who spends years pursuing advanced degrees and enters a prestigious but lower-paying field may never catch up in earnings to a peer who enters a lucrative industry straight out of college. The opportunity cost compounds, especially when factoring in years of unpaid training, limited bonuses, and rigid salary structures. In some cases, the gap in lifetime earnings can reach several $million. Certain professions highlight this divide even further. Classical musicians, for example, can spend decades honing their craft at elite institutions, only to earn less than local business owners or performers with little formal training. Similarly, public sector scientists or federal judges may turn down private sector offers many times higher, opting instead for roles that maximize status and influence rather than income. This prestige-driven sorting of talent has broader implications. When the most cognitively gifted individuals cluster in fields with limited economic leverage, society may not be maximizing its potential for innovation or wealth creation. Studies suggest that even a modest shift of top talent from academia or public service to entrepreneurship could have measurable effects on economic growth. Yet for many, the personal calculus still favors prestige over pay. Ultimately, the structure of the labor market ensures that the rewards of status and recognition often come at the expense of financial upside. For those who want both, the path looks very different, and the skills required to reach the highest income levels are not always the ones most valued in elite academic or professional circles.